Hello again, people, and welcome back to the Kotu Classic FPL podcast. My name is Solomon, and as usual, I'm Mr. Chama. Welcome back, man.
Well, good to see you again, man.
Seems like it's been a
Uh,
while.
it feels like it's been a while.
Does
I think
feel
it's
like
because
it,
of the midweek games and the FA
yeah,
Cup,
yeah,
and all
yeah,
that. So yeah, but yeah, we're back, and it's an exciting week. Not
yeah.
so
A lot
much
of
for
things to talk
United.
about. No,
Yeah,
no,
a
no,
lot of things
no,
to go.
no.
Not so much for you guys,
If I
but
had my choice, we'll just skip United. But it's part of the
no, you
show.
cannot you cannot skip United today because our boy tormented you guys, so we cannot skip that one. We must do justice to that game, definitely.
Yeah. Um. So timestamp. It's we're recording. It's almost 7 o'clock here. On
Mhm.
Wednesday, the 22nd of January. What's the time over there?
It's
GMT.
it's 4 minutes to 12, 4 minutes to midnight. So we in 4 minutes time we should be in Thursday. So yeah, 23:57 now, Japan.
Okay. All right. We are recording Game Week 23 preview. First things first, let's jump into some of the results for the game week. And then let me just quickly share this. So Newcastle won, Bournemouth 4. This was a very surprising result. Like the first game week of the week. And I was like, wow, this is like really? Because Newcastle have won like how many games? Like 5 games in a row.
I think no,
On their
actually they won about eight. They were on a run of like a record run. I think it was 8 or 9 in all competitions. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was a big surprise. But of course, Bournemouth has been a pretty difficult team to play against this
Yep.
season.
Yep.
So from Bournemouth point of view, it's not a surprise that they win because they have been doing it against I think
But
week
not
before
away.
this it was,
Not away. Like I expect if you go to Bournemouth for it to be a
yeah,
difficult game. But
yeah.
like
They,
going to
they, they,
Newcastle and dominating
they went
them.
to Old Trafford. They went to Old Trafford and win. Went
If
to Chelsea.
anybody goes to Old Trafford, win this season.
They were winning at Stamford Bridge in midweek until the 90th minute. James scored a free kick to make it 2-2. They drew
Yeah,
at
free color.
Stamford
Yeah,
Bridge.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
So yeah, of course, with the form Newcastle were in, so you would not
Yeah.
have expected this.
Mhm.
The Isaacs, the Gordons, you would not have expected it. But to be honest, they are. And what's funny is they are in bare bones right now. They don't have bench
Really?
because they just have 11 players. They don't even do substitutions. That's how bad their bench is.
Wow.
The commentator was saying if you combine their bench, only one player has started Premier League game in the past. So the whole bench, only one player has started Premier League game, and
So
I
they have
think it
injury
was
crisis as well. You wouldn't even know,
they
man.
have a major injury crisis, but still they are doing what they are doing in the Premier League. It's impressive.
I really respect this team. Like because I don't know, I think it's the coach, man. Like the coach
Yeah.
is a phenomenal coach. Changing because they know exactly what they need to do. And like as you say, as a team, if you keep winning, you build confidence right now, which is the opposite of Manchester United. The
Mhm.
players like anyway, we'll talk about that.
Mm.
Brentford 0, Liverpool 2. This was one of your games that I think most of your fans were saying that if you guys manage to win this game, then you see yourself having one foot or one hold of the
Mm.
cup, which it's always a
Mm.
difficult game for you guys. And until the end, right? I think we'll talk
Until
about
until
this
the end.
also. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
the fan
Darwin
corner.
time.
Yeah.
Darwin time.
Leicester 0, Fulham 2, West Ham 0, Crystal Palace 2. So you can see it's a trend here.
Mhm.
All the home
Us.
teams lost.
Mhm.
Arsenal 2, Aston Villa 2. This was a very interesting game. I was watching this game. And Emery always shows up for Arsenal
Against
against
Arsenal,
Arsenal.
yeah.
So yeah, Arsenal were cruising, man, in this game when they scored the two goals. But then as soon as Aston Villa scored one, then you just saw that the confidence
They
just went
crumble.
out of there.
Mm.
It was like they should have easily won this game.
Mhm.
Easily.
I agree.
But
I
yeah.
agree. Yeah, and the Liverpool result did not help them too as well because I think because when they were doing their warm up, Liverpool were drawing 0-0. You get
Mhm.
inside the changing room, you see Liverpool have scored 2 goals in 90 minutes, and then you are about to go
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
play. So all those things play in your. That's why it's getting into that stage where it's more of a mental game than the physical game that you play on the pitch. But yeah, Aston Villa is a pretty difficult game for Arsenal almost all the
Mhm.
time.
All
So
the time.
like you say, Emre always turn up when he faces his former
Mhm.
club. So it
Yeah.
was just
He
the
has something
same
to
thing.
prove. Yeah, he always has something to
Yeah.
prove against his former club that he was good enough. Everton 3,
Mhm.
Spurs 2. I think I can say one of the top 6 teams that has actually been worse than Man U is Everton. I mean, it's Spurs. you know,
Was
and it's surprising. They have like when it comes to injuries, they have it. I think the worst that I've seen. Maybe it might be wrong.
Mhm.
Almost everybody in the team is injured, but Son, it's funny because Son has been okay recently, and you would
Mhm.
think that because he's been injured, he's been the one that's been injured in the beginning of the season when the whole team was fit.
Mhm.
But now he's not. He's playing, but it's just the form and everything is just not working for them right now. Even though the
Mhm.
midfield, like Bissouma is there, you have the SARS, but I don't know what's going on. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't
It's
know.
it's a team. It's a strange one. But to be honest, I think they have injuries. They have some problems, issues, and all whatnot. But they have been poor as well. Let's
They
not
have been. Yeah, I
just
think
use
they
the
have been.
the injuries
Yeah, I was thinking
to
that's
to
an excuse because I don't understand. I don't
yeah.
understand how poor they
Mm.
have been. It's ridiculous. How can you
Yeah,
be
if you
worse
watch
than
it,
Man U?
yeah, if you listen to Tottenham fans like
Uh-huh.
I'm sure expressions. I enjoy watching him. I think he's one of my favorite YouTube channels, or one of my favorite fans. And he's a Tottenham fan. He's not a Liverpool fan. He's not a Man City fan, but a Tottenham fan who I enjoy the most listening. And he put it like he
But he's
hit the
honest. He's
he
honest.
and
Yeah,
he's very honest. Yeah, he gives honest opinions,
you
and
have to
he
be.
do it
Yeah,
with humor, with fun.
yeah.
So if they win, it's fun. If they lose, it's fun. Anytime you go to his channel, yeah, to be honest, I love it. But yeah, they are struggling, to be honest. Tottenham.
They're 15th and we are 13. So even though
Mm.
like I don't think either of our team has found like ourselves in this position. To be honest, it's ridiculous this season. Um,
Yeah.
Man U 1, Brighton 3. It seems like if we are playing home now, this season is the opposite. It seems like the visiting team is the one that's playing at home. I don't know whether
Mhm.
it's a psychological block or whether it's the pressure of your own home. It doesn't make any sense. Like
All right, let's save that one for the fan corner.
you're playing like man, it's ridiculous. Almost everybody has come to Old Trafford and beaten us like easy. They don't even have to put in effort.
Yeah.
We kind of implode. I mean, we talk about this in the fan corner. I don't want to get
Mhm.
started on my team, but anyway. Nottingham Forest 3, Southampton 2.
Yeah, Chris Wood with the 12-pointer again.
Chris
I,
Wood,
I, I, sh- I, I was thinking of
but
getting him ahead of the Liverpool game,
but the
and
fixtures,
I
the
say,
fixtures don't.
yeah, now the fixtures are bad.
Yeah,
This was the fixture you wanted him for, and
yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't. I
yeah.
did not do it. So they have him. You don't have him in your team, right? Do you?
No, 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 no. I don't
Okay.
have
So
him.
we are in the same boat.
Yeah, yeah. We talk about that striker search because Salake is injured now, so we need to look for a worthy replacement because now it seems
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
striker,
yeah,
the ones that are doing well are not a lot, and there are a few
yeah.
emerging ones like the Matetas
Hmm.
and
And
Chris.
you don't want the Haalands because it's so expensive and they are not
He's so
doing
expensive and he's not
much.
really doing much. Yeah, so we
Mhm.
have an opportunity there to have look for a replacement. Ipswich
Yeah.
0, Man City 6. So it seems like our best team is coming back to form.
Hmm.
This is like their best record performance
The
this
biggest
season,
win, yeah.
the
Hmm.
biggest win this season. So it's good for them. And Foden, like a guy, I think people are now bringing in Foden
Yeah,
into their teams.
yeah,
He's been
yeah,
phenomenal.
yeah,
And,
yeah.
and
Finally, we
Foden,
got it. We got it right, right? You,
yeah,
you
20
remember
goals.
that we are talking about here, and we are feeling like I did it before, but I will do it
Yeah,
again. And then
yeah.
sometimes, yeah,
But we
it
know
came.
his quality. For me,
It,
I know his quality. And if I look at the team, he's the only one that's consistent. Like
yeah.
apart from Haaland, obviously, he's not doing well. Foden is somebody who's next to Haaland that you want to get into that team. But I think
Hmm.
they've been
Hmm.
helped by the addition of KDB. KDB seems to be a bit
Yeah,
back to
definitely. And
better.
the fixtures were also nice for them. So
Mhm.
you have to chase the fixture sometimes, and if
Yeah,
you do
but
it,
now yeah.
yeah, it helps.
But the
Hmm.
next fixtures are looking red for them. But we'll see how they manage.
Yeah, 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 definitely.
And the last is Chelsea 3, Wolves 1. So,
Disappointed. I captain Palmer. I was hoping because all the captains blanked this week, so I was
yeah.
hoping for that final week. And you know what? He was flagged ahead of the game, right?
Mhm.
And I had Yankuba Minteh on my bench with the 12 points from United, and I really wanted those points to be in my team, this week. So I was just hoping that Palmer did not play. But if Palmer did not play, then it would have been a Ahmad as my captain, because I don't know how I captain Ahmad, vice captain Ahmad. To be honest, it was something I forget to do.
Uh,
To be honest, which I don't often do in FPL. I forget to change my captaincy or adjust my team and stuff like that. I did not. That's why I have five free transfer. I had a game too though, because I had a game around 7 o'clock and deadline was around 7:30. I was rushing to go to the game 6 o'clock. So yeah, a lot of things was happening on Saturday, but still I got a green arrow, so it was
that's
good.
good.
And Palmer
Yeah.
did not score.
Yeah, I mean, his. I must say he's been in terrible form, but he hasn't been as consistent as
As before, right?
as before earlier this season. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye on his performances. But the thing is, there's nobody who
Have
can
any
give
other?
us
You don't have any
any
other
other
premium to
opportunity.
look
That's
at,
okay. This guy just comes straight in for Palmer,
unless you
It's not
sell him
too
and then you try the Haaland. You try the Haaland way, and I don't know
You
if that is a
anticipate
good
that Haaland
idea.
is going to pick up form too, but if you bring him
Ex-
in
eh,
as just
eh,
Haaland, it's just getting you one goal. It's yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah. That's
For
that's
now,
right.
at
So
least.
yeah, to be honest, you don't have any option to sell him for. You don't
Yeah.
have it. Hmm.
Yeah. I think I already showed it, but let me just put it in
Yeah,
there
go
now.
through. Let's go through the teams. You can
Uh,
start.
yeah, 50 points for the game week. I think it started off really poorly when Salah Salah blanked. I was like, oh, this is going to be a long game week,
Mm.
but Bro get
Actually,
50 points.
Isaac blank first, right? Isaac.
Yeah, but he's vice, but yeah, exactly. He blanked first. I was like, "Ooh, this is gonna
Hmm.
be this is gonna be tough." But yeah, I was expecting a red, because after the first game, after the first day of the fixtures, I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna be long." But then, yeah, 50 points not too bad. Game rank of 3.8. I'll take that any day, as long as it's a green arrow. Hall 4 points, Gabriel 1 point, Robinson 8, Palmer 2, Gordon 2, Foden with 19, Captain Salah with 6. I wish I had Captain Foden, but yeah.
Yeah, you always.
In hindsight, front line two each, Isaac, Jackson, and Pedro. So
Yeah.
yeah, well, I still got a green out, so I'm still what almost 600k, 580 something or whatever.
You are making the
I'll,
steps, right?
I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
You are making the steps. That's wonderful.
Yeah. How about you?
Okay. Me, I got 54 points. 54 points, yes. In goal, I had Sanchez. 2 points. He has none. So I'm in search of a goalkeeper, actually. I'm looking for a new goalkeeper. Pedro Porro, 1 point. Trent, 11 points. Hall and Dinia, 4 points each. Dinia did came in for Solanke. Solanke was not fit. Dinia was my first sub. I wish it was Minte. And then you had Foden with 19 points, Salah 3 points, Ahmad 2 points, Palmer 4 points, and then up top you had Zhao Pedro and Isaac 2 points each. To be honest, this is the same team I went with in game week 13. So I did not change
We didn't change
anything
anything. Oh.
because Power was my captain for that game week too.
Mhm.
And then I placed the vice captain on Ahmad when he got that hat trick against which team? Which team did he get the hat trick against? Southampton, yeah, because Man United were playing at home against Southampton. I was tempted, but I was not that brave to say I would captain him. That's why I just put the vice captain on him. That's why the vice captain is on him in this game week.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Yeah.
yeah. And then, I should have adjusted a little bit because of players like Minte, for example, Dinia. I will not have put him in my first sub because he was playing Arsenal. Even though he got me the assist, he would have been final, like third player in my sub, in my order list. But yeah, it happens. Things like that happen. I cannot be so disappointed because, like I say, it was a green arrow, so I will take it and then move forward.
For
And
once.
I'm
Yeah.
happy that my boy come with his biggest score, Minty, 12 points. This is the biggest score in his FPL career.
Mhm.
I got a goal and an assist for the first time in the Premier League, so that is big. So hopefully this form will pick up from him, and then let's see what he can do going forward.
Yeah. Yeah. He had a good game, which we'll talk about. Next, we'll go to the Kotu Classic mini league update. Let me
Mhm.
just share that as well. Yeah, so the manager of the week this week is Dizos, Zeus, Morgan Lachmanen.
Jesus.
I don't know which flag this is.
Is it not Mauritius? I think it's Mauritius. You can scroll down and you will see the country. If you scroll down a little bit from the leagues that he is in or she is in, whatever it is, like the international leagues, global leagues, you will see the country there, Mauritius, right? Liverpool, Mauritius. The global league, go down. No, where you were. You can see the last one, global leagues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it? You can see the country, the league country he is playing in. You cannot. Can you see the club? Because usually your club is there,
Yeah,
your country.
I see the club, Liverpool.
Yeah, next to Liverpool is Mauritius on the list. On the leagues he is in, leagues and cups.
Oh, leagues and cups.
Down,
Okay, yeah.
down,
Mm-hmm.
down. Next, yeah,
Oh, okay,
there,
yeah.
exactly.
Okay, Mauritius, yeah, okay. Wow, okay. So congrats to Dizios, 72 points. So the team, Sanchez, Hodgson, Hall, Munoz, Mitoma. I think Mitoma is the one that actually one of the top performers in the team. Elanga, Salah, Palmer, and then Mateta. So and then Captain Wood. Wow, okay. Raul and Wood with 24 points.
Differential captains will work this week, to be honest. Even though Wood's not a differential anymore, but not many will captain him. So if you captain anyone other than Salah, Palmer, and Isaac, you are you are having a very good laugh this week. Or if you captain Foden, for example.
Yeah. So congrats, Jesus. I mean, it's a very differential team that he has there. And then for the top 5, let me share again. Top 5 of the league. A lot of movement again. Stone Jones United drops to 5th. Bakary Minteh 300 Spartans also drops to 4th. Moving to 3rd is Hani Mukhtar. He's coming back. And still no movement there for Control Alt Delete in 2nd. And then Licky Toppy. Licky Top Malik Sanyang is still in 1st. So yeah. That is the Kotu Classic Mini League. So it seems like both of us are nowhere close to the top.
Nowhere close. But we are going up, right? We are gradually going up.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
We are 43 now. So yeah, I'm going.
Anyways, yeah, not too bad. Okay, so the fan corner. Obviously, as usual, as Man U is always losing, Liverpool is always winning. So it's just the season we have. Basically, it's been like this for a while now. So I guess it's nothing to be excited about. Man U game, as you can see, like it's everywhere. Our coach gave a headline that this is the worst Man U team ever. Basically, I think he came out and said he wasn't fighting. He just wanted a headline, but he was angry. Obviously, emotions were high. That's why he doesn't like to speak after a game, because obviously you are angry and you're disappointed. But I think basically he's right. There's some kind of pressure, psychological pressure with these players, that even the basic things that they've been practicing on the ground in training, they can't do. I think that's why people say all these things, or he's frustrated, or maybe he shouldn't have said that, blah blah blah. But I think the reason he's frustrated is because they have been practicing all these moves and positioning, and when it got to the tough point, they all abandon all that they've been practicing. They just revert back to type and they just try to freestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're professional players for a reason. You go through these things where you have a pre-game practice, and you drill these moves, and all of a sudden you are like you concede, and then everything just goes out the window. People making mistakes, running out of position, like you don't even understand what's going on. That's why he's pissed off. And I think he has a right to. But ultimately, he doesn't have his players. That's just basically, I blame the hierarchy for hiring him and not giving him players in this first transfer window. We are supposed to be attacking this window, getting him the players that he needs for his formation to work. Or else they're just leaving him out to dry. They just want him to fail. In my opinion, that's basically it. But there's nothing to talk about in the game that was a positive for me. The only shot we had on target was the penalty, which Bruno scored. Apart from that, Ahmad was the only guy that can hold his head up and say, okay, I did well. We know Brighton is always a difficult game, but for me personally, I always say I don't mind losing. It's the manner in which I lose that matters. If my team plays like 100%, like they dominate, or they were exceptional in the way that they play, they approach the game, and they didn't make any mistakes, maybe the other team was just better. I understand that, because Brighton, they're a well-drilled team. All the coaches they have brought in have played the type of formation that all the other previous coaches have been playing, so they know what they're doing basically. But for us, this is a new system, but it doesn't matter. They've been doing this to us, but at least we should hold our head up high and say, okay, we did our best, we tried. Just that they are a better team, better coach team. But the players didn't do what they were supposed to do, that they've been practicing for in training all this while. So what's the point? And the team shows up for all these big games. the Liverpools and the Arsenal, they kind of give them a game this season. At least we're not been battered 6-7-0. So against Brighton, you're supposed to at least come out and try to challenge for at least at home. So I don't know. I think they should help him out. Get him like at least 3 signings, before the next 8 days before the window close. At least we can try to salvage something. I'm not expecting anything this season, to be honest. It's just a write-up for me. But let's start getting him his players so that he can have a change of, of fortune, basically. Start winning things. At least the team start playing better, getting a bit of result. Because sports is all about mentality, basically. If you win, you get more confident. Your team plays better. But if you keep losing, he can't implement those things. And I'm afraid at some point, if he continues to lose, he might be sacked. Just the nature of the business.
Again,
it's not his fault, but like you can't keep on, you can't keep on losing. That's the thing. They're not helping him. Basically, they brought him in to fail if they don't give him any transfers, because they know for a fact that they interviewed him in the summer and they concluded that he's not his formation is not the right formation for Man United. So, and you still have the same players and you haven't changed them. So what does that tell you? That you just brought him in, you think that he can stop? It doesn't make any sense. So yeah. What are your thoughts? Obviously, I'm sure you want to talk about Minteh having a good game, but yeah.
That's the main headline from that game, to be honest. Yeah, but before I come to Minteh, I think I was talking to another Manchester United fan. I referenced him. I referenced you when I was talking to him. I say when I was chatting with you, the same thing I told you. United are building every new coach who comes, the idea is let's build a team for this coach. There is still no system in place. There is still no structure where let's say this is our way, and then you gonna come and walk towards what we have. And then okay, this guy can take us to this level, and then this guy can take us to the next level. This guy can take us to the next level. But at least we have our idea that this is how we want to do it. But for example, if you look at the sequence of the managers Manchester United have in the past few how many years, you can see different type of managers, different type of way they play, different type of
But here's the thing:
there's no clear idea. For example,
there's no consistency or like style of play that this is how we want to play, and you bring in the coach to fit the style of play that you want to play.
Yeah. Then you build. Yeah, you build from it. Yeah.
But here's the thing: we've always played a 4-4-2, or let's say most of these managers have played the 4-2-3-1 type of formation, right?
Yeah.
This is my opinion. I believe that they've been doing that at least before Ten Hag. We've had like world-class players coming to the team. At least the team has never been this bad because there's been some quality players that come into the team and help the team. It's just the style of play wasn't evident. We didn't know what they wanted to do. I think they brought this guy in because he's a young coach. So they want him to change the culture of the team. You understand? Like, okay, break everything, start from scratch, because we've been bleeding goals, with Ten Hag. Everybody's 5, 6, all these things. Like too many, we have been considering too many. But now, my problem is the Ineos claim that okay, they are back, they are here, they want to change things. They hired many different professionals with different positions. Okay, good. But then the main guy that they hired, who was supposed to be the director of football from Newcastle, they already fired after 6 months. So what
I
are you
know.
doing?
As
It's counterproductive. So then
because
now
of the
what are you
yeah.
doing? But I understand that the fact that he wanted to bring in a British coach. I think he was looking for
Potter, right?
not even Potter, the former England manager.
Southgate.
That
He
is a
thought about
no-no.
it.
Like that's going back to like traditional football. Like nobody wants him. The fans don't want him. Even Ineos themselves, I don't think they want him. So you bringing in somebody who's supposed to be the leader in like the way that you play, and he's giving you some kind of like recommendations, and you're wondering like, do we really wait 5 months to get this guy? And this is what he's. So maybe that's why they had a clash of ideas, and then he left. But then replace him with somebody who also like is going to come with a better idea, but not okay. Fine, now let's try and do it ourselves. We're going back to the same thing, basically.
No, well, I think that is the biggest problem at United,
No,
actually.
no direction. No direction.
Yeah, the direction is not there. Because I told you before. Amorim was a coach that was. It's not like he's not a good coach. We all know he's a very, very good coach with his ideas and how he wants to do it. It's very good. But why didn't he become the Liverpool manager? Because of Liverpool have a clear idea that they have. So and they don't want the coach to come and change what they want to do. So if Amorim was gonna come in and try to adapt to what Liverpool are doing and then continue, maybe he would have been the Liverpool coach instead of Arne Slot. But it's because of maybe Slot was more accustomed to what Liverpool are doing, and then they continue from there. But with United, to be honest, and you can even see it in the United fans. And I can, from the outside, I can see it. Like, for example, right now we are talking, you are saying, okay, the coach needs help. Like, and that help is he needs to get his players. And every coach who came, he needs to get Ten Hag get his players, bring them in. Now Ten Hag leave. What happened to his players? Before Ten Hag, the same thing. Every coach who comes you try to build a team for the coach, and then that coach will not last there. And then once they go, those players, what do we do with those players? Look at right now.
Before there was no. I think that's why I'm saying the structure is kind of working in a way, but not working the way it's supposed to work. Because before the coach used to have the veto. They used to have the Mourinho's. They just go and see a player and then they sign. That's why they used to sign all these big players. Ten Hag was giving too much authority to sign the players that he wanted to sign. And some of these players now we're wondering like, really, are these players that bad? But they are, because most of them they're like just regular players. They're not like world class, or they're not like technical and physical players. But with Amorim's style, he needs technical and physical players. So like maybe I'm supporting him, but also I don't want him to have that authority like Ten Hag had, where he wants, okay, I want this player, and then they go and get that player just without even questioning him. I don't want that to happen anymore. I want, if they're getting a player, they should get a player that can play, that's very versatile, play Amorim's system, like very pacey and versatile. What was the pace and power? Basically, that's what they're saying. They should get a player that, even though he can play the wing back or what the style of play that Amorim wants to play, they can also play a 4-4-2 or a 4-3, different formations, basically.
And then he said he's not going to change it, right? That's what I had.
I agree with that. He's not going to change because the players have been getting their way. Then Ten Hag, when he first came, his formation that he played was the 4-1, very weird formation. It was a different formation. But the first two games that he played, he lost it. They battered him. Brentford, I think, and another team battered him. And he reverted back to the 4-2-3-1. He went back to this is not going to work. And then he said, I can't play my Ajax style of football. That was basically his downfall. So this time around, the coach that we got is saying that these players have to adapt or you leave. Which I agree with. That's what they have. He's putting the players in the spotlight that, okay, you guys are not good enough, basically. So prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But to be honest, United, if you want to talk, I think it will not finish that part.
Probably finish.
But like I said, the big headline, I think it was Minteh. It was Minteh. It was big for Gambia. It was, he's becoming the first player to score in the Premier League against Man United at Old Trafford, of course. And now he has 3 Premier League goals. So every goal he scored, he set a new record for Gambia. Number of goals we score in the Premier League. That's how, that's where we are as a country for football. So that's why I say these little wins, every little win, we have to celebrate it as big as we can, because they are massive. How many times we have been Gambia Premier League is massive. So to see our Gambian player playing in the Premier League, facing Manchester United, facing Manchester City, doing well in the Premier League, this is big win for Gambian football. So and our star boy Yankuba Minteh doing that was a wonderful thing. He had an exceptional game.
He had a good game. Yeah.
The stage he chose to showcase himself. Best, like I said in my video, Manchester United is the most successful club in the Premier League. It's the biggest club in terms of fans in the world. It may be even Real Madrid. Man United might have more fans than Real Madrid. So for him to showcase his talent on that day against United inside Old Trafford, announce himself in the Premier League, it was a big one. And hopefully that will continue. He has been having some good games of late. He played very well in their FA Cup game. Last week when I did my weekend recap of Gambian players, how I described that game was his most mature performance since he came to England. And then he followed that up with the game against United. And that's when I said that was his best game. Since he came to England, he was defensively very solid. Man United could not create anything on the left. Like you say, Man United only had one run shot on target on that game. So on the left, nothing, you could not create anything on the left. He was covering the ground against Dalo, covering every yard of space that he could cover. And then in turn, he's creating something up top. He created 2 big chances, more than any player in that game, scored the opening goal, and then assisted a wonderful goal for Mitoma in the end. He got man of the match. So that is also the first Gambian player to get a man of the match in the Premier League. So yeah, it was a big thing for Gambia. And as a Liverpool fan, of course, doing it against Manchester United cannot be even. Yeah, I cannot have it any better. So it was a wonderful stuff. But what did you make of his game? I think that was the first time you really, because of you are a United fan, you watch United games. So that must be the first time that you really get to watch him like 100% because of it was against your club as well. What did you make of his performance?
I mean, obviously he's a good player, but I didn't watch the whole game basically, but like sometimes you don't even focus on the opposition. You just focus on.
Yeah, like, I understand.
How my team so bad? Like, why can't you do this? But I think he had a good game, and obviously, I think maybe that might be the positive part about this. Okay, that he's Gambian, and he's even though he's against your club, but you're happy that a Gambian is doing well, in the game. Perfect performance, basically. But I think, guys, we're all over the place. Maybe he chose the best time to showcase his talents against Man U. And I hope that he stays fit and he can continue this run, because they've had a few. I think they've also lost a few games, right? Brighton. They've lost a few games, but now maybe they're coming into their own. They're winning a few here and there. But
and the good thing about it,
my team.
Yeah. For me, he never left. Like I promised him at the start of the season, he will never leave my team. I always tell him, please give me my FPL points. I always tell him. It was like this in the other division last season too. He came into Ajax, and Anna Slot was his coach. The Liverpool coach was his coach there. He started the first few games, started flying, and then all of a sudden, he dipped in form, just like in the Premier League. Yeah. And then, there was a lot of talks in the Gambia that the Ajax players or the Feyenoord players were not playing for him. Yeah, and there was the same noise happened at Brighton. The Brighton players don't like Minteh. The next minute, we are seeing Minteh with Welbeck. We are seeing Minteh with Zao Pedro. They are wishing his younger brother happy birthday all the way from Brighton. We just like to talk. That's what I say in Gambia. We just like to talk. We just like to make noise. We just like to make noise.
They are fans. Yeah. They are fans. So yeah.
Exactly. So, but once he have that performance against Ajax, like he was absolutely exceptional. That's when I know this player from Ajax, Hato. I don't know if you heard about that kid. I want him at Liverpool. Hato. He's a left back. Come center back. He can play center back. He's gonna be the next big thing in Holland. He was playing left back on that day. Minteh was on the right wing. Minteh completely dismantled Hato on that day, scored 2 goals, assisted 1. They beat Ajax 6-0. That's the biggest loss Ajax had ever had against the classic. That is Feyenoord versus Ajax. Minteh was the best player on that day, and since then, that is when his fire started going up in the other division. So in big games, he usually turn up. PSV last season too, he scored an exceptional goal.
I like that.
Atletico Madrid in the Champions League last season, he was absolutely exceptional. So in the big games, he usually turn up, and usually he's a confident player. His confidence come from these kind of things. So the performance will only do him will only be positive, because now his players will trust. His players around him will trust him more to play him more. The coach will trust him more to get the ball. Because he's making the right decision. competitions. So I'm very excited to see how he ends this Premier League season. I promised my Brighton fan earlier in the season, I said he's going to score 10 goals for you guys in the Premier League this season. That's what so now he's on 3, so 7 to go. That's a long way to go, though.
Let
But
him stay
I
fit.
think,
That's all.
if he stay fit,
yeah,
I'm confident that he
continues,
can do that.
Continues the form, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let's move on to Liverpool.
Let's move on to your team now. Yeah, finally get the pressure off Man U.
yeah, Liverpool. What a game! Yeah, it was an annoying one, to be honest, from my point of view.
Your attack was poor. Like I was like, what's going on today?
Yeah, we created a lot, but we were not converting. Right? We created a lot of chances. We were not converting. I think we set a record actually in that game. 37 shots we took in that game. That is the highest since they started recording numbers. The highest number of shots a team away from home in the Premier League has taken. So we were creating. So if we did not win that game, it would have been really, really a blow for Liverpool. But the manner we win it, it was also very wonderful. And then who better way to who better player to come in and do what he does? That is Darwin Núñez. Like last season he did it against Newcastle, came off the bench, scored that brace, and this season he do it. Even against Forest last season, he scored in the 90th minute. I think since he came to the Premier League, he has scored more 90-minute goals in the Premier League than any other player, something like that. Just those kind of,
that's what he does.
Those kind of weird stats, right? And it excited me a little bit. Over the week I told you that I was tempted to do a sentimental move in my FPL team. So looking at a striker, I'm tempted as a Liverpool fan. I of course I will not advise anyone to do it. But for me, I can live with it. But yeah, it was a very good game. Liverpool absolutely dominated the whole game. Did not give Brentford anything. They did have some openings here and there, Mbuemo, but I think overall Liverpool deserved the win. And yeah, we got the win. And Arsenal dropped points. Now we are back to 6 points at the top, which is quite exciting. So Arsenal there's still a chance for them, but they need their bodies back, like Saka and all those players to come back, and then
Saka back definitely.
Yeah, they need Saka back. But yeah, Darwin Núñez, 2-1 brilliant goals. Trent with the assist, and then Harvey Elliott. Last week, that's what I was crying for. Harvey Elliott when we played against Nottingham Forest in midweek. Like, we are drawing the game. We need an impact player to come and change the game. And then the coach was bringing in, of course, he brought in Jota and Tsimikas, who forced touch for both of them. Tsimikas assisted Jota to score the goal, which was exceptional for a coach to do that. But he missed the trick. He did not bring in Harvey Elliott in that game. And then this time against Brentford, he brought him in. And Harvey Elliott was like, I would say Darwin win the game, but Harvey Elliott played a huge part in both goals. Yesterday in the Champions League, he came off in the bench. And then he did the same thing. He's the best impact player we have in the team since the Jurgen Klopp's time. But I think Slot did not get that yet. I hope now he get that point, because Harvey, when he comes on, usually he changes the games. But he was bringing like players like Curtis Jones, who cannot change games. Curtis is more a player who will control you the game when you need it. You are winning, and then now you want to see off the game, control the game in the middle. Curtis comes in and do that if he does not start. But Harvey, to change the game where you wanna turn your game from a draw to a win, Harvey Elliott is the best player we have at the bench, and Darwin Núñez, of course. And those are the two that combined to win us that game. So I hope he learned from that, and then moving forward, he will do it more often than not.
So you guys are more confident that, okay, at least this is out of the way now. So you feel more confident about your chances winning the league this season?
If we say we are not confident, like, I think we are lying. I think we are lying because of the way the season is going. Manchester City is not in the picture. Arsenal, I can see they are struggling with injuries. They are struggling with confidence. They are struggling. There are some of their players who are playing are struggling, like Odegaard. So, like, I'll be lying if I say we don't have confidence, but of course you don't want to be you want to stay humble. You want to stay humble when you are going for the title race and stuff like that, as a player, as a fan. And I will just keep it low and take it one game at a time, and then just like they say, like the coaches say, let's take it one step at a time, one match at a time. Yeah.
So that concludes fan corner segment. Just on Liverpool still, for this game week preview segment. You guys have a double game week coming. And I think we need to discuss your best options for FPL in your team. Which ones do you think, apart from Salah, obviously, and maybe
Salah is
Trent
the obvious one. Yeah,
and Trent?
Yeah. So
Go ahead.
because of we have the what is it called, the coach, the assistant manager chip. I think it could, I have not really taken in the assistant manager chip yet 100%, like I used to. I would understand the fixtures, how this is working, what is the best time to use so I still don't have the idea. I need to listen to people who spend more time on the game now than myself, like the experts.
The experts who have the time.
But looking at it, I think since the window is open to use the assistant manager chip, I think it's good to consider Liverpool manager. Even though we have low ranked teams like Ipswich, Everton, Wolves, and of course Bournemouth is a difficult one in that mix. So those are the next 3 game weeks. So you will have 4 game weeks for if you want to use the Liverpool manager as your, because you can only use the assistant manager for 3
game weeks.
Yeah, of course you can do a transfer of the manager, but I think this run for Liverpool is a very good to consider the coach, because the problem with Liverpool for the third option other than Salah and Trent is if you look at the attacking options, no one is certain. Gakpo and
changes,
Gakpo and Diaz, you don't know who's gonna start. Maybe both of them will start. And then Gakpo, why I don't like Gakpo in the game is he is a striker in the game, FPL. He is a striker, he's a forward. So if you buy him as a forward, it's 4 points he's going to give you. He's not going to give you clean sheet point, but he plays on the wing. So it's the reverse of an out of position player. So it's not an out of position player going forward. It's an out of position player going backwards in a way, because instead of he's playing in midfield, in FPL terms, midfield like Salah, but he is a striker in the game. So I don't like that personally. And then he's a rotation risk, even though he is the most nailed other than Salah in the attack at this moment in time. And I don't know if it's because he's a Dutch, because for me personally, I think I still think like I don't like the decisions he make he works very hard for the team. He do good things. But for me, I still fancy Diaz better in that position and then play a striker in the middle. But Diaz
has been playing like a false 9, right?
Because we want to force in Gakpo and Diaz in the team. That's why Diaz is playing false 9. And then Jota was injured, and then Darwin was not in form, so it was easy for the coach to play Jota and Diaz and Gakpo. But now Darwin, after his performance and the Champions League yesterday, he put in a very good performance. So he's gonna force himself into that number 9 spot. So who's gonna take up the left wing spot? The coach really likes Gakpo, and he does good things. He already got 14 goal involvement so far this season, which is very good, but like the small decisions that he does on the pitch, with my little coaching background, if I see the little things that he does, sometimes I'm not so excited, I'm not so pleased with it. I want to see more, but in terms of output, he's been very good in terms of goals, in terms of assists.
He's been very consistent.
He's been very consistent. So you have to give it to him there. But I sometimes feel that he's a Dutch. That's why he's playing like more than he should be playing. I kind of feel that a little bit.
So in your opinion, okay.
So the forward is not a good. Yeah, the forward is a no-no for me.
Because I'll be tempted to bring in Jota, but looking at the way you guys play,
Jota is injured. Jota is injured actually.
Again,
he's out again. Yeah, he's out for weeks. So now you have 3 options. So that is a good thing. Jota being out is a good to try the Liverpool attack. So, but Chiesa 2 is coming up. Chiesa 2 is coming up.
He's the one that
he put in it.
Darwin, right? He wanted to go
exactly. So exactly.
I'm still not convinced. Yeah, that like I wouldn't know, because Diaz would be my choice, but he's playing as a striker, but obviously he doesn't always. You can't tell which games he's going to do well in.
Exactly, and he's gonna play. You cannot even tell which games he's gonna play, because Darwin will play these games. Darwin will play some of these games. I even see him starting against Ipswich. So for me personally, because of that's why I say sentimental reasons, I can pick Darwin even if he don't play I can do
You'll
with
be
it
okay with it. Yeah, you're fine with
for
it.
for sentimental reasons, you know. But I will not advise anybody to go there because I know you will get heartbreak at some point in the period. But for me, I just love the guy, and when he does well, it takes me to a different level compared to other players like the Gakpos, like the Diaz. So and those players that I like, similar to Minte at some level, I just want to have him when they get their points. I'm happy to have these players when they have their points. That's why I was so disappointed those 12 points did not come from Minte, you know. But I just want to have their points. That's why I just stick with them. So Darwin, I have this feeling. You remember last season before last, once he get his form, I go there and then I'll be disappointed with it within 2 weeks because I know it will happen, you know.
Yeah.
So I can do it again. So that's why for me I can do it. But I will not.
Yeah.
Exactly, but I would not advise anyone to do it. I would not advise anyone to do it.
Okay.
So defense maybe is the thing or the goalkeeper. So if you want to go to goalkeeper like Alisson, but you know, goalkeeping picking 5.5 million, it's not exciting.
It's not exciting.
And then,
it's not exciting.
And then the defense, who will you pick? Van Dijk. Other than Van Dijk, who will you pick? Ibu Konate is an injury risk as well. He's playing with an injury. Left back, you don't think about it right now because we don't even know who's gonna start at left back. So it's only Trent in the defense and the goalkeeper Alisson. So if you want to do that, you can go there. But those things don't excite me.
The manager for me, I think is a exciting like differential to play your manager chip right now because I don't think you get a better chance to play it.
And the fixture run,
yeah. Sure,
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so we move on to our striker search. We all started off with this season with like really good striker. That's why we could actually ditch Haaland and then still do well in FPL because the strikers have been doing well this season. But now it seems like apart from Isak who blanked for the first time, I think against Bournemouth, we've been having issues. Jackson's form has been slowing down. Solanke, who has been ticking along, is now injured. So it seems like we need to look for the next striker. Apart from Wood, Wood has been doing very well. If it wasn't for the fixtures and the team that he plays for, I think most people will consider him. But because we don't expect Forest to continue this form, and they keep doing it. so
they keep doing it. Yeah,
they keep doing it, man. So what are your picks? Who are your picks? Or do you think we should be looking at that now for our strikers?
I when I looked at it, the players that came, of course, you will see, like you say, Wood, but you cannot go to Wood because of the fixtures. Fixtures coming. I looked at Watkins because Villa, I think they have a nice run of fixtures, but it's a short-term run. You have West Ham, Wolves, and Ipswich in their next 3 fixtures. So that is very good if you want to go there. But after that, they have a very poor run where they have Chelsea, away to Palace, away to Brentford, Liverpool, Brighton. So which is not so good. It's okay, but it's not so good. So Watkins is one of the strikers that you will look at. Another striker, of course, is Mateta. Crystal Palace to have a nice run of fixture. I think you mentioned him earlier.
He is looking at
Yeah. So he is also an option. Wisa for long term maybe. Like he played Palace and then Spurs at home is good fixture. Spurs now is good fixture. Yep. West Ham, Leicester, Everton, Aston Villa. So Wisa have a good run of fixtures. So but you don't have any clear cut player that you will look at. Haaland, we will not look at him. The fixtures are not good, and then his price is out of this world now. Yeah. So Watkins is the one. For me, Watkins is the one that I will, if I was desperate to get another striker who is not Darwin Núñez, I would go for Watkins.
Yeah, I mean, even it's difficult right now. Newcastle, let me see Newcastle. I'm sure a lot of people have Isak. Newcastle have Southampton, Fulham, and then Man City, Forest, and then Liverpool. Those 3 fixtures are tough, but then after again it picks up. So yeah.
Who will you say?
It's difficult, man. I think Crystal Palace for now, for me, I think might be one way to go. Mateta. I think Wood, if Wood can score against Liverpool, I think he can score against anyone. Honestly. So he's another one. He's another one that can probably get the business done. But yeah, we have very limited options when it comes to strikers. I think most of us have the same strikers right now. The reason why people have Joao Pedro is because he's probably cheap. You can have like 3 top strikers. You have to sacrifice either the midfield
And
and
then
get
he's
a
playing every week,
three-top
right?
striker. Yeah, and then or you do the opposite. So I think yeah.
And also, if you don't mind it, like myself, like you want the third Liverpool attacker, Gakpo, he will play because, like I said, that favoritism I feel is there. He will play minutes. He was rested yesterday, so I think in the next 4 games, which is Liverpool have the double as well, so maybe you can go there. But for me, I will not. I will not. It's not exciting at all. And then, you know, he plays as a winger, and then he's a striker in the game. Where you look at all these other players like Mateta, he's a number 9, he's in the box. Watkins is a number 9. These players, Mateta will take penalties. Even the Cunhas, the Woods, they will take penalties. So I cannot go there with Gakpo. So Liverpool, that yeah.
We'll see. But yeah, so you can see the striker pool right now is very small. But anyways, we move to our teams right now.
Yeah.
I think you can show your team for the next for Game Week 23 and see how your boss team looks like. Any transfers? How many transfers do you have?
I balling. I'm balling. I have 5. Where is it? Where did they write it?
You're balling with 3 transfers now.
Yeah, I have 5 free transfers, but yeah, I have 2 concerns in the team that I need to. I have to use one, and I have two problems actually that I need to address. That is goalkeeper and a striker. So the goalkeeper, I have Sanchez. He play Man City away. I like Chelsea concede almost every game. So against City, you will be rest assured they will concede. And Ramsdale at Southampton, I think they are already in the beach because they already know they are going down. So I think I would transfer Ramsdale and then have another goalkeeper to complement Sanchez. Even though I will not sell Sanchez because I got him for cheap, and then now his price is up. So I want to keep conserve my value from Sanchez. So I will sell Ramsdale. I plan to sell Ramsdale and find a goalkeeper. And the goalkeepers that I'm thinking of is the Palace goalkeeper, Henderson, because they have a good run of fixture. And Aston Villa too, they have a good run of fixtures. Like I say, those 3 fixtures. So I can go there. I also, small thought on Alisson, just because of the double game week. And then he will assure you the minutes. And of course, unless he get injured, he also is an injury prone these days. So maybe Alisson and then get the triple Liverpool. But that is so boring for me. That's why I don't want to do it. That's so boring for me. So I might go for the other goalkeepers and then use my other Liverpool transfer for either Arne Slot or the Darwin Núñez, where I will just enjoy it. I know many people will not go there. So just the crazy person like me will go there and then regret it in 2 game weeks. So yeah, that is my two thoughts: the goalkeeper and then the striker. So in the striking position, who do I bring? That is what I'm thinking of. And the goalkeeper, who do I bring? So what would you have done if you had to? You have 5 transfer and then you want to do these two moves? What will you do? Sensibly.
Solanke is gonna be out, obviously. I think I'll bring in Sales. I like Sales. Sales seems to be
consistent, right?
Yeah, I think I like Sales. So
Pickford. Everton have a double.
Everton are doing well. Yeah, they're doing well. So let me see. Let me see what their fixtures look like.
Everton. They have a double game week. They play
Liverpool. They have a double game week. Yeah, of course. I think you can bring him. Long term, they have a new coach. Yeah, this guy is back. So yeah, and Pickford has been good. He's not Pickford of that used to make mistakes before. So yeah.
So yeah, he's an option, huh? Who they play Brighton this weekend, so I will not start him because I'm gonna start Minteh and João Pedro. So that's the other thing, though. If you bring him this week, I want to bring a goalkeeper that I can start this week, but I don't want to start Sanchez.
I think Aston Villa keeper. Yeah. Aston Villa. What's this guy's name again?
Martinez.
I think you can bring Martinez.
Yeah. But the thing with Aston Villa is, I have an Aston Villa defender, right? Dinia. Yeah. He never keeps clean sheet. So if he's not keeping clean sheet, it means Martinez is not keeping clean sheet,
Or you have 2 defenders. But I don't like that. That's the problem. I don't like 2 defenders from the same team. Or 2 players, especially defense though. Yeah.
Let me see, guys, their form in terms of the when was their last clean sheet? Oh, just 2 weeks ago. Oh, they came a case against Everton, but before that game, they did not keep a clean sheet since game week 15. Yeah. Okay, because of Dinia did not start that game, so he was not part of the clean sheet. So that's why I'm not seeing the 6 points. Yeah, you are right. Maybe Sanchez, maybe Martinez is the guy. Martinez
I
is the
think
guy.
it's not. Yeah, they have a good run of fixtures though. So
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to your team. I will think about it. I have time. I have 5 free, so let's think about it.
My team, I have 3 free transfers, but I don't want to bring anybody right now apart from I think Jackson, who plays Man City, and the fixtures look okay, not too bad, but I'm thinking about it. So I have Brogan in goal, I have Hall, Gabriel, Robinson, and I have Palmer midfield, obviously. Gordon, which I brought in the last game week for Sad because I thought Sad was not going to play. Foden, Salah, and Rogers in the midfield. And then I have Isak and Joao Pedro. So Jackson is on the bench for me. Even though he might score his Man City, he can score, but he's been slightly off his best, so yeah. Yeah, that's I think that's it for me. No more. But
Transfers.
if things change, I might bring in somebody. But
How many transfers do you have?
3.
How many transfers? 3.
3.
You have 3, and then you don't have any problems in your team you want to resolve?
No, not yet. Not yet. So we'll see about that.
No imminent problems. Yeah.
At least not for now. I'm just thinking about the striking situation for now. So we'll see how that goes. But I might make a transfer or 2 before the deadline.
Yeah. That's it then.
Yeah. I guess we've come to the end of the pod. It was a good one. Almost under an hour, which is good. All right, guys. So thanks for supporting the pod as always. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Check out the Jollof Bantaba on YouTube as always. All right, guys. Take care. Catch you guys on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.